Morning team. I wanted to make a quick video because I am back in Minnesota again. I think my plan was to go south and have my plants in the car and kind of be a snowbird this year. So I was down south. I did a little traveling all of last month, all of September, pretty much all of September. And then I had plans actually to meet with my grandfather as well as one of my cousins this early October. I actually had to, plane tickets and because my grandfather lives in New Mexico, and so we were gonna see the balloon fiesta and just hang out, and I was gonna do some backpacking in the petrified forest and see my cousin from Arizona. So I followed through with that to a certain extent. My family members were busy though, or not feeling well, so they weren't able to really hang out. So I was just kind of going through it by myself, and that's fine. But it was still very much fun. I think I'm back in Minnesota now though, just because I did have to buy the new car because Ruby Tuesday died, and it kind of took away my security blanket. I put the whole thing on my credit card. It was a used car, so it was it could fit on my credit card. My dad did pitch in, I think, like $300, but I kind of filled up my credit card with the new car. So I no longer had that security net for gas, or if I needed to pick up any sort of supplies. So I did that to myself. My dad kind of looked at me when I said I wanted to put it on the credit card, and they were like, "Are you sure we could do financing?" And I said, no, I just want to put it on the card. I just want to get it all in one fell swoop. I don't want to have to worry about monthly payments aside from to my credit card. So I guess that's kind of an experiment in and of itself, buying a car, putting it on the credit card. But anyway, I took away my safety net, and my dad was like wary. He's like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" So this is one of those moments where I say, my dad could have been right. But there you go, Dad. I guess we have it documented. You might have been accurate in saying, "Are you sure?" But there we go. So it is what it is. I completely ran out of money for gas, and so I wasn't, the plan was to go down and kind of start doing some entrepreneurial things, and but I couldn't find a place that I wanted to settle in. I enjoy the driving around and seeing the communities, and I feel like I did learn a lot. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do, just because I do now have a car on my credit card, and so I do need to pay for that, and so I don't know if I'm able to just 100% depend upon my entrepreneurial spirits. I'm trying to decide if I want to try and sell the car back now that I've been down south, and just kind of, that'll give me a little more of a safety net again. But then what am I going to do? So, pros and cons, trying to figure it out. Otherwise, I can get a temp job, or do any sort of job, move on to the next step after traveling. No. I'm going to make another video about the traveling itself, but so that's kind of why the trip went south a little bit, just because I didn't give myself enough buffer room. Otherwise, the trip itself was actually very, very affordable, because I was car camping and I was just going to the state parks, and those are, or the rest stops. If I was driving through the day, I would just stop at a rest stop spend the night there and then get back on the road. So it was very affordable in that regard. I did have to shell out for a hotel room when Ruby Tuesday was in peril and was at the shop. So that kind of took away from the budget quite a bit, and just different variables. But most of the money spent was literally just for gas. I did get a couple of souvenirs for family members for presents, and like 1 or 2 for myself as well. So, but otherwise, I'm not kidding. It was really, really affordable. And so I did learn just how easy it is to travel by car. So I think that was a great takeaway, just because I've been a homebody for years and years. So, like I said, I hadn't really left the state for about 10 years. And so it was about time. It was overdue to go and see the world. And I'm glad that I did it when I'm a mature adult. So that way I can kind of see it and I can recognize the different elements that go into a community, and then kind of see what shapes are in each different place. And so I think that was actually really nice. I didn't take the traveling for granted per se. Sometimes I did. If I had been in the car for a very long time, then I would just kind of yammer to myself and be like, blah, 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 blah. And so, but most of the time I felt like I was conscientious and taking in, absorbing what I was saying. So I do think that it was a great thing to do. I do have notes for if I were to do it again. Obviously, everyone I think ought to have the great road trip, the big road trip to see their homeland, the United States here. And I still haven't seen everything I want to see, but now I know how easy it is to travel in the car. And so I can see more. And I can be conscientious and just go and do it. And I'll be confident in that and comfortable with that. So I do feel like I did learn a lot, and I think it was worthwhile to do. I would plan it out better because I was doing some back and forths, and I took some weird turns that I did still see some cool parts of the country that I hadn't anticipated seeing, but I'd like to be more mindful and kind of plan it out a little bit better next time. But I still think that it was worth doing, and it was a lot of fun. I still have the plants in the car, so I'll probably do a video on that as well. But just wanted to kind of wrap this up. Why I'm back in Minnesota again. Not ideal, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might have to settle back in and be a proper functioning adult. But here's to the next step. We'll keep you posted, and I'll talk later. Bye.